Okay, sorry about the break in transmission. If you can hear me now, kindly drop a comment. If you can hear me and you can see me, kindly drop a comment in the comment box. The network was so bad, and I had to switch to another network. So if you can hear me now and you can see me, kindly drop a comment in the comment box. Drop a comment in the comment box. I would appreciate a comment in the comment box if you can see me and you can hear me right now, so we can round off this session, because I was almost getting into the real stuff. Okay, you can see me, you can hear me. Fantastic. Good. So I can shoot. All right. So what I was talking about, budgeting your money. You need to be able to differentiate between your needs and your wants. Your needs are the necessities, while your wants should be on your wish list. If I'm thirsty, I should go for water, not carbonated drinks. If I'm hungry, I go for food, not junks. So carbonated drinks are your wants, while water should be your need. Then you should be able to also have a goal for every money you save. Don't just save money, have a goal. If you put money in the bank, you're saving money and you don't have a purpose for saving that money, it's most likely the wind of life will come and blow it off you. Let me share a story with you. A young man has been saving to buy a car for years. And whenever this money gets to buying the car, a call will come either from the village or from the family or from here or from there that require him dipping hand into that money. So this kept on going. Every time he want to buy a car for himself, one problem or the other will come and sweep it off. On this particular day, he said his money was complete and he was going to buy this car. And a call came that his elder brother was dying. He was vomiting blood, and they needed money to take him to the hospital very urgently. And the guy said he said he didn't respond. He just ended the call. He went on to buy the car. After paying for the car, he made sure the money was not in his custody anymore. He has purchased the car. He has his car keys with him. He called them back and said, "Hey, what were you saying before?" It's okay. No, don't worry. That he's okay right now. They were able to give him some medications, and he's okay. Now, what does that tell you? It means that the problems of life can never end. You must have a goal and stick to your goal concerning any money you are saving. Else, the window of life will always come to blow the money away from you. Okay? Make sure you have a goal when you are saving your money. Now, budgeting your money. Why do you need to budget? You have to budget your money because it helps you to live within your financial means. You know, we always use this word, cut your coat according to your size. My dear, you don't cut your coat according to your size now. You cut your coat according to your material. Okay, cut your coat according to your material. Don't carry your hand, keep place where you no go reach. Stop putting up with the Joneses. Don't live your life to please people, to show off. No, you are killing yourself. All right. So budgeting helps you not to live your life that way. It also helps you to keep track of your spendings. You'll be able to differentiate between your wants and your needs. You'll be able to have a short-term goal, a long-term goal. That's what budgeting does for you, and it offers you peace of mind. You don't worry. Like I tell people that worry is a waste of resources. Worry is a waste of executive time. Don't worry. Put up plans. When God created the earth, he had plans. God is a God of plan, purpose, and objectivity. God does not do things haphazardly. There is no chaos in God. So he expects us to plan our life. He expects us to live our life with his dictates. Okay? And you almost and another thing budgeting does for you, it tells you where your money goes. It helps you keep track of your expenses. What did you buy? Were those things you purchased needs or wants? How was your pattern of spending? Did you spend at impulse, or you spend out of emotion? See, anytime you are spending your money out of emotion, watch it. It's most likely you didn't plan for that spending. So you need to keep track of these things, and you must be able to categorize your spending. What are you spending your money on? Clothes, feeding, luxuries, and all that. Then you also be able to identify future spending, plan for it. That's one of the things budgeting does for you. Now let's go down into the nitty-gritty of managing money. This is the cream de la cream. This is the crux of managing money. These 6 jars, if you can understand these 6 jars and it's very well, you are good. If you can manage these 6 jars very well, you are extremely what? On a good track. This is how it works. I'll break it down quickly. Now, you must understand that the 10% of every money that comes into your hands is not yours. You are either paying tithes, you are giving zakah, or you are giving to charity. 10% of the money that comes into your hand is not yours. Let me bold this a little more so you can see it clearly. Okay, 10% of the money that comes into your hands is not yours. You need to clearly understand that aspect. You must learn to give out 10% of every income that gets into your hand. It's very, very, very important. Okay, one of the things I tell people is that when the money comes, you should be able to give to either faith-related activities or giving to charity as appropriate, and you must be able to pay your tithe or other obligations which you have religiously. Okay, giving is very important. It should be part of your life. Giving also helps you to feel whole. It gives you a good feeling to experience that you are giving out. And you're not just giving your money alone, you must also learn to give your time. Like what I'm doing right now, I'm giving out. I'm giving my knowledge. It is called other people's knowledge. Other people's knowledge. You must learn to give out. Give out 10% of whatever comes to your hand. It is not yours. The second one is the freedom jar. The freedom jar contains 10% of every income you make. The money in this jar should be set aside for financial freedom. It is very important that you set money aside for this purpose, because you cannot determine what the future will be like except you plan for it. You cannot feature in the future you have not planned. You cannot see yourself in the future you have not planned. You need to plan it. You need to pay yourself minimum of 10%. Minimum, if it's too small, 10% of every income that comes into your hand. Judiciously put it aside. Agree on how the money will be moved into that's the money you move into this jar. You need to agree with your partner, with your mentor, or you just have to be accountable to someone. If you can be accountable to yourself, fine. Agree on how the money will be moved, how it will be used. The money that goes into that place should be used for expansion of your investment, should be used for expansion of your business. Stop saving for rainy days. Save for freedom days. You are saving for rainy days. That's why the rain keep coming. Okay, words are powerful. Thoughts, what we think in our mind is also powerful. We attract what we focus on. We attract what we think on daily. Okay, so stop saving for rainy days. If you get that, put it up in the comment section. Stop. I won't save for rainy days. I will save for freedom day. Put it up in the comment section. So The money that goes into this freedom jar is the money you pay yourself. You must be able to pay yourself. You know, the money that goes into there is should be meant for assets. You know, asset is an economic resource that yields passive income. And what is passive income? Passive income is that income which you earn when you are sleeping. You have been able to build a system. When I started, I said that system stands for me, it stands for save yourself energy and money. You have built a platform that ensures you earn while you sleep. So the money that goes into this freedom jar should be used. The money that goes into this freedom jar should be used for your freedom. You are paying yourself. Okay. So put up in the comment section that I will not save for rainy days. I will save for freedom days. Put it up in the comment section. Yes, I won't save for rainy days. I will save for freedom days. It's very, very important. Make that to resonate. Make that to ring like a bell in your heart. And also need to let you know this: if you have not, I see people who quickly want to build house, and so they can stop paying landlord, so they can become their own landlord. Please, that is financial security. It is not financial freedom. Financial intelligence tells you that you should shoot for financial freedom and not financial security. What does that mean? When you build a house you live in that is not generating rental income, you don't have an asset, you have a liability. I take that again. When you build a house you live in, but it's not generating rental income, you don't have an asset, you have a liability. Why? Because you carry out repairs, you carry out plumbing repairs, painting repairs, electrical repairs, or one time or the other. You pay security and all that. There are different levies you pay. So for you to plan for financial freedom, your first assignment, your first goal is to build rental property. See, this thing we do that one just want to show up so that people will know I'm living in a big, gigantic house. It doesn't pay. You are playing now and you pay the price tomorrow. If you doubt me, go and ask some people who had mighty houses. Their houses were talk of town. I remember one time we celebrated one man, several years back, we celebrated one man who built his house in 90 days. Mighty house, very lovely, pumped in money, and that house was built. But do you know, issues of life came and the man could not live in that house. They had to relocate. Okay, they had to relocate to another city, but that house became a problem. They couldn't get a tenant to easily rent that house because it was too big. Don't build house you want to live in. Once you are getting into rental, please build a house people want to live in, not the one you want to live in. Build a house people want to live in. What are the type of houses people want to live in? 1 bedroom, self-contained, 2 bedroom. Put up properties for rent first. That should be your goal. Then your assets will now start taking care of your luxury. It also helps you to delay gratification. That's why this budgeting is very important. It helps you delay gratification. Now, if you have built a house you are living in that is not generating rental income, start planning for the future. Start planning. What am I going to do? How am I going to build property that will start generating rental income? Those of you who own your houses that is not generating any rental income will agree to what I'm saying. Okay, so your goal should be to invest in assets. Now that's that about the freedom jar. Then let's go to the project jar. The project jar should contain 10% of every income you make. The money in this jar is to be set aside to take care of personal projects and larger purchases. Like you want to buy a car, you want to buy electronics, you want to rebrand your house, paying big debts, taking care of your luxuries, capital intensive projects. You need to plan it. Don't just put hand in your pocket and, okay, I'm buying this. Plan it. When the money comes, set it aside. If it's not enough to carry out the project now, you move it to the next time when next income comes into your hand. But it is very important you stay, you plan it. Now this project jar helps you to, it teaches you delayed gratification, long-term financial goals. It's very important. Then the education jar. Education jar is 10% of every income you make. Train yourself. Go on learning, buy books, watch videos. Traveling is an education. Unfortunately, traveling is not allowed this time around because of pandemic. But watch movies. Don't just watch movie because you want to get yourself entertained. Find something to learn from it. Okay. Then go on recreations, pay for club fees, camp fees, and all that. The just make sure that 10% of your income goes into training and retraining yourself. Then we also have the play jar. The play jar is you need to give yourself some treats. You need to be able to reward yourself so you can balance work life and play. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy or Jill a dull girl. So you must be able to play. You must be able to have go on parties. Unfortunately, that's all that is not working now. But give yourself some treats. Buy something for yourself, feel good, and all that. Then we also have the necessity jar. The necessity jar is 50. This contains 50% of every money that comes into your hands. Every money you make, 50% of it goes into the necessity jar. Actually, this is your recurring expenses. This takes care of your recurring expenses, paying of security, fueling your car, generator, paying for your internet services, phone calls, feeding, DSTV, GoTV. If you know the list, you can put it up there. Paying for diapers, buying Golden Mon, beverages, and all that. Every expenses you take, every expenses that comes into your hand or that you take care of on a daily basis goes into the necessity jar. And I must tell you, in this necessity jar, you should be able to separate your needs from your wants. It's very important. Very, very important. Separate your needs from your wants. Okay. So that's that about the necessity jar. It's funny how people just want to live their life and expect things to happen without having a clear direction on where they are going to. It's very important you understand that. It's very, very important. Okay. Then make your money work for you. Don't just save the money in the bank. Put up your money to make your money to work for you. Your money should work for you. Okay? It's very, very important. Make your money work for you. Put your money in some businesses. Don't just save your money in the bank. Let it get to work. Invest wisely. Seek advice from your financial mentor. Don't just quickly go and start up one business. If you have never been involved in buying and selling and you want to start up buying and selling, you need to be very careful. Okay, you need to be very careful. Without any shadow of doubt, I'm telling you, you can also get involved in recharge and get paid. Okay, I'm not intimidated to say that anywhere. Okay, something happened sometime sometime last year. I had a training for a multinational, and I conducted pre-retirement training. I had people who were at the verge of retiring. Okay, In that particular training, the man stood up and he said that his money, in as much as this man earns like 8 million every month, either 8 million or thereabout, every he drives, recharge, and get paid as though his life depends on it. If someone who earns over 8 million every month is still driving this business, then who I be? The man retired with multiples of millions paid into his account. And of course, I collected my professional fee. He consulted me for one-on-one mentorship, and I had to help him direct how to use the money and all. I didn't tell him where to invest. I only guided his steps. Okay. So it's very important that you understand where to invest. Seek for mentors' advice. It's very, very important before you invest. Then discover when to invest. Is this a good time to invest your money? Is it a good time? You need to ask yourself and get the answer. How do you want to invest? What do you want to invest in? Where do you want to invest? Let me tell you the best place you can invest in right now. Telecommunication, agriculture, foods and beverages is very good because any industry, anything that people are always involved in, has to do with daily expenses, or rather daily in it, but always investigate before you invest. Don't just jump in and put in your money. All right. Successful investing is all about managing risk. It's not about avoiding it. You can't avoid risk. You must be able to sit down and analyze your risk factor. One thing I've come to realize about people is that they are risk averse. They don't want to take risk. So that keeps them kind of stagnated. That makes them not to plunge into the deep because they are afraid of making mistake. A man who is afraid of making mistake will always lose. Okay? And I also need to say this again because it bears repetition. Put aside a minimum of 10% of your income. Minimum, put aside 10%. Ideally, you should put aside 20% of your income. Every money that comes into your hands, 30% is not yours. 10% for your tithes or zakah or giving to charity. 20% you pay yourself. The remaining 70%, break it down into those jars. Now, if you pay yourself 20%, what do? You come to your play jar and education jar, you reduce them to 5%. Does that make sense? Remember, play jar is 10%, education jar is 10%. So you can take 5% from play jar, add it to your freedom jar. You take 5% from your education jar, add it to your freedom jar. It's very important that you shoot for financial freedom. And when you do all this, you've been able to budget your money properly. You retire to passive income. Like I said, passive income is an income you earn while you sleep. Today, by the grace of God, I'm earning passively. Okay. I've been able to invest in quite a number of businesses, and it also helps you to invest in the life of people and you leave a legacy. I tell people one income stream is dangerous. It is extremely dangerous to have only one income stream. If anything happens to it, the person is doomed. I posted a video, was it yesterday or day before yesterday, on Facebook, tagged Last Hope. Two guys who sat on a bench. They want to drink. They have actually soaked their gari, mix and everything. They want drink. As the other guy want turn a leg, he just kicked the thing, throw away. And the second guy shouted, "Yay!" and he collapsed. That was their last hope. Okay, so one income stream is dangerous. It's extremely dangerous. You need multiple streams of income. Recharge and get paid gives you opportunity to make money and you invest in other places. Okay? The distance between your dreams and your reality is called what? Action. Is based on the actions which you are taking. Haven't heard all I said today? Please go back and watch this video. Share this video with your friends. What you have learned today, look for minimum of 2 persons to teach so that you can internalize what you have learned. But above all, put it to practice. The actions which you take determines what next. I tell people it's not about what you make, it's about what you do with what is left. Let me share a story. There are 2 people. There are 2 GMs. The first GM is a general manager, and the second GM is a gate man. The first GM is a general manager. The second GM is a gate man. Now, the first GM, general manager, works in a multinational company. He earns 300,000 every month or thereabout. And because he's a general manager by status, in quotes, he had to take his children to a school that is also high in grade or in fees, or the name has a name in quotes. He lives in an estate that is well known in the city. He wants to live to measure up to his status. He fulfilling Parkinson's law. Parkinson's law says that once your income increases, so does your expense. Pursue your income to overtake it at all costs. So the GM, general manager, is living based on his status. And he spends his money. At the end of the month, he's been able to save only 10,000 naira. Then the second GM, gate man, lives in a community. He works in a community secondary school. He's paid 50,000 naira every month, 50,000 every month. So at the end of the month, his children goes to community school. He doesn't live in an estate. He lives his life conservatively, and at the end of the month, he saves 10,000 naira. Do you know that if an opportunity comes out, the GM, general manager, and the GM gate man can take advantage of the same opportunity because both have 10,000 naira each? So it is not about what you earn. It's not about what you make. It's about what you do with what is left that determines what next. One income stream is dangerous. Please stay away from one income stream. Okay, so the difference between your dreams and your reality is based on the action which you are taking. You cannot have results and excuses on the same time. It's not possible. Results and excuses doesn't work. They work on the 2 parallel lines. You can have results or excuses, but not both. What matters most is what you are doing with what you have learned. Thank you very much for this wonderful time, and I will take your questions. So you have any question, kindly put it up on the screen so we can treat it. You have question? Any question? Network was really bad. Yeah, I love what the few comments here. Okay, while I'm waiting for questions, Beauty said, it's not about what you earn, it's about what you do. Exactly. It's about what you do with what you earn. Okay. One income stream is dangerous. Yes. Judith says one income stream is dangerous. Investment in telecom. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it says investment in telecoms on the point. No. There's a comment here. When you build a house you live in, it does not generate income, but becomes a liability. Exactly. If you build a house that does not generate income, it becomes a liability. I'm waiting for your questions. If you have questions, kindly put it up here. Eddie says, cut your coat according to your material. Start saving for freedom days and not rainy days. Yes, it's important you save for freedom days and not rainy days. Yeah, Sammy said, I won't save for rainy day. I'll save for freedom day. It's important you save for freedom days. Amarachi said, I'll save for freedom days. Any other comments? Any comment? Any question? So we can treat it up. Saving penny is still a penny. Now, the beautiful thing about saving penny, see, when you save penny, okay, and you save it diligently over a period of time, it will never become the same penny again. It will increase. Okay, so as you're saving, it doesn't just remain there. It's not about what you do with your finances, but about managing what is left. Exactly. It's very important what you do with what is left. And I appreciate you too, Mr. Lawrence. I appreciate your comment. So questions, please. I need questions. Okay, Judith is asking, can someone save in the bank? Yes. Now, these 6 jars, I beg your pardon, these 6 jars can either be, you can either get an envelope, okay, where you put these monies and you go to the bank and drop it. That is, if you don't have access to financial institution, if your money is such that it comes physical, okay, get an envelope, get something where you keep this money. Then at the end of the day or at the end of the week, as the case may be, you go and put it up in the bank. Then if you run a cashless economy or your money comes through online processes, as the money is coming in, do a transfer immediately. You can go to the bank and create different accounts. Okay, have different accounts with. I mean, right now with different banks, you can have zero bank. Um, you can start off with 0 naira. Okay, but beyond saving the money in the bank, have a goal, because the money you put in the bank is also not safe. You know why I say that? The man who is saving the money for you is also doing that at some charges. But that's not the main thing. The main issue is that inflation will affect your money. If you're just putting up the money, you're just leaving that money there and you don't want to, you're not putting it up for use. You're not giving a goal to that money. Inflation affects it. Value goes down. So it's not bad to save the money in the bank, but make sure there is a purpose for that money. Make sure you are putting up that money for an investment. Okay. Lawrence is asking, what do you have to say for someone who does not have a house in a village but want to do that before doing all the things you have advocate for? It depends on what is priority for you. Okay, it depends on what is priority. It's okay for you to have a house in a village. It's very important, at least you have a place where you stay. Okay, but beyond that, also have in mind that you need an asset. Also have in mind you need an asset. You need a property that will be generating income. Hundreds of millions building mighty houses in the village, and at the end of the day, they go to that place once in a year. Some don't even go there every year. They end up building the house for rats, cockroaches, spiders, lizards, and some goats that will be moving around the frontage of the house and all that. So when you want to spend such money, you spend it wisely. Make the house to be conservative. Okay, but remember, the major goal is your freedom. Is not the major goal is your freedom. All right. Okay. Then I do a monthly contribution with some of my colleagues in the office. What is the way of saving? Now, monthly contribution. If you are involved in monthly contribution, please always be the first to collect. You know why? I call it village savings. And we have discussed about this severally. And there was a time it heated up some arguments between we and some persons. And I've also heard a few of my mentors say to me that such village savings is not profitable. Because, for example, if we are saving 10,000 naira every month, and I bring my 10,000 naira today, and every other person brings their 10,000 naira, and I'm the last to collect. By the time I'm collecting that, my 10,000 naira plus other 10,000 naira, the value has reduced. If we were doing contribution last year, okay, and some persons collected their money in February, some in March, and some in January, and I'm collecting mine in April, you agree with me that the value of that 10,000 naira as at last year when I started putting it down to date is not the same thing. The value has depreciated because of inflation, because of the circumstances we have found ourselves in the society today. So if you are involved in such savings, fine. It helps create the principle of saving. It helps create a culture of saving habit in you. However, always be the first to collect the money. Okay. Then another question I have here is PT says, what's my take on investing on stock and shares? Investing in stock and shares, it's okay to invest in stock and shares. I have to be very careful at this point because I also don't want to run down anybody's business. But personally, I don't invest in Nigerian shares and stocks. I don't. I invest in international shares. Okay. Those who invested in Facebook shares last year, they are enjoying it today. You know why? The pandemic made online businesses soar very high. So it skyrocketed the dividends. Okay, so if you are investing in shares, you need to be very careful where to invest. Okay, make sure you have a good broker. I will not make recommendations. Go online, search for one. Okay, it's very important for you to understand that international shares pays better than our local shares. Reason being that our economy is so unstable. All right. So we need to have that at the back of our mind. Okay. So any other question? So we can round off this session. We have spent about 38 minutes here already. Sorry about the break in transmission. It was due to the network issues, which I couldn't control. Okay, I had to switch from one network to another network only to have experienced the same thing. Sorry about that. Okay. So any other question so we can round off this session? It's been a great privilege. It's been a great opportunity. It's a great pleasure anchoring this program today. And there is something I will always tell people that you must learn to invest in other people's knowledge. You must learn to invest in other people's mind. Now, I'm going to be doing something on Saturday. I'll be hosting a friend. Okay, the event is coming up on Saturday, and it's meet and greet with the FBI coach. I'll be hosting a friend and a brother who will come to talk to us about the telecom sector, what we need to know about the telecom sector, how to start up your business, how to develop an easy blueprint for your business, how you need to use the social media to expand your business, and understanding a few rules that guides the business. It's amazing. You don't want to miss it. You know, the time is 3 p.m. on Saturday. Make it a date with the FBI coach. Okay, I will really appreciate you. I really appreciate you. I thank you for being here, and we'll make it a date. Next time we are coming on live here is on Saturday, and by the grace of God, this will be a weekly affair. I'll be hosting different persons, different personalities. I'll be sharing different slides, different topics to help us grow and make more money. I posted a video. I said, I do business for two reasons: to make money and to impact lives. What do you do business for? Why are you involved in business? Okay. Until I come your way again, remain financially intelligent. It's my pleasant pleasure and privilege to be your host today. Thank you very much. I remain Charles Eze, the FBI coach. Have a great day.